You know the physical sensation. Your shoulders are locked, your mind is racing, and you feel a persistent anxiety that you're never actually done. Even when you sit down and try to take a break, a wave of guilt sets in, telling you there is something else you should be doing. Dr. Brené Brown's research offers an antidote to this cycle. In her book, The Gifts of Imperfection, she introduces the concept of wholehearted living. This is a lifestyle built on a single core premise. You are inherently enough, right now, exactly as you are. We are going to apply that premise directly to your daily routine. By the end of this video, you will have built a personalized 4-part wholehearted daily habit plan to help you step off the treadmill. To do this, grab a pen and a notebook. Open to a blank page and divide it into 4 distinct sections. We are going to fill these out together. We are writing this down to help shift the internal metric of your worthiness, moving it away from the list of things you've accomplished today. At the top left, label your first section Authenticity over Performance. Performing is a defense mechanism. It is driven by perfectionism, and we use it to shield ourselves from the judgment of others. When we are stuck in perfectionism, we are constantly asking, what will they think of me? Looking at this diagram, perfectionism is other-focused. On the right, healthy striving is self-focused, asking, how can I improve, without tying self-worth to external validation. Authenticity is a daily practice, the conscious choice to show up, be real, and let our true selves be seen. In your first quadrant, write down one specific area in your life where you are currently performing for an audience. Below that, write down the authentic truth you are hiding. Shedding the armor of perfectionism is a necessary first step. You cannot ever truly rest if you are constantly burning energy acting out a role. Now move to the top right section. Label this, I am enough. We live in a culture obsessed with finding certainty and constantly comparing ourselves to the people around us. We do this to mask a deep-seated fear of inadequacy. This creates a scarcity mindset. It is the persistent, waking belief that there is never enough time, never enough money, and never enough success. That panic keeps your foot on the gas and prevents any meaningful rest. The practical fixes for this are highly specific. To neutralize comparison, you actively cultivate your own unique creativity. Because your original expression cannot be compared to anyone else's, the concepts of being ahead or behind lose their meaning. To neutralize scarcity, you deliberately practice gratitude for what you have today. In your second quadrant, write down a personal sufficiency statement. You will repeat this when the scarcity panic sets in. Something like, I have enough time for what matters. I am enough. Recognizing your current sufficiency dismantles the culturally enforced hustle. It creates the actual mental space required to stop working without feeling guilty. In the bottom left quadrant, write Embrace the Unraveling. We often view major life transitions, like a career shift, a breakup, or an empty nest, as crises that need to be managed and fixed immediately. Instead, view them as unravelings. They are periods that fundamentally challenge us to let go of old identities. Surviving an unraveling requires vulnerability and softness. Softness is a form of profound emotional courage. It means facing challenges with compassion and allowing yourself to feel the discomfort of the unknown. Think about a transition you are navigating right now. In this third quadrant, write down one way you can approach it with openness, rather than hardening your defenses and rushing to find a solution. Choosing softness and vulnerability allows us to adapt and heal organically. Hardening our defenses in the face of change often leads to burnout and emotional exhaustion. For the final quadrant, write Daily Habits. This is where the philosophy turns into physical action. According to psychologist Kristen Neff, self-compassion has 3 main pillars: self-kindness when we fail, an acknowledgement of our common humanity, and non-judgmental mindfulness of our negative emotions. The ultimate barrier to practicing these pillars is the sheer guilt of scheduling downtime into an already busy life. It feels like you are dropping the ball. The nervous system requires cycles of rest. Like a battery, your capacity to innovate depends on regular restoration. To keep the charge, you need habits. the no phone hour, a 5-minute micro break, a somatic soothe, and the compassionate no to protect your energy. Look at that list. Select exactly 3 of those habits and write them into the final quadrant of your notebook to execute today. Incorporating these breaks and boundaries provides the recovery needed for sustained effort and long-term ambition. Look over your piece of paper. You now possess a customized, wholehearted habit plan, tailored to your own perfectionism and your specific daily routine. Self-compassion is a lifelong practice. When you make a mistake or find yourself slipping back into old patterns of perfectionism, that is simply an opportunity to practice self-kindness again. Here is your final challenge. Commit to the 3 micro-habits you wrote down for 1 week. Pay close attention to how your nervous system responds to this mandated rest. You do not have to earn your right to rest. You are worthy of love, belonging, and peace right this minute.